So on behalf of the Himalayan Club, I'd like to welcome you for today evening's talk. We're really great to see Rijul is coming from Dharamshala to be with us and I guess introduce us in more detail to the Dhauladhars. So I'll just quickly offer a quick introduction. The Himachal, while it has great trekking opportunities, one of the areas which is less frequented is this Dhauladhar and Pangi area bordering the Pir Panjal range. And for the last 4 years, Rijul has been, I would say, the most active person we have seen in this particular belt. He's in this period, I was just chatting with him, he's crossed about 35 passes. They're high altitude passes. He's got about 4 or 5 left, so he's virtually covered most of the key passes in the region. He's visited close to 20 lakes in this area. There are about 20, he's visited in fact 18. So he's always prolific in terms of looking for new areas to go, new passes to go through. One of the most interesting aspects about Rijul is that he's not been trained by any of the mountaineering schools. He's not gone to HMI names, which are the regular mountaineering establishments, but he has been spending time with the Gadis for months on months in several summers when they go up to the higher reaches. So he goes with them, he's been going with them and learning through their craft as to how to negotiate in the outdoors, especially crossing passes. So that's a very interesting aspect in that sense. Otherwise, Rijul's background is that he's an engineer. His parents are both from the education field, but I think he's sworn not to work in a corporate field ever. He's just basically not interested. So he wants to spend his time being in the mountains and doing climbing, trekking, and whatever he can manage to do within those areas. So we're looking forward to him giving us some more texture about this particular region. And after we're done, we'll have a Q&A. You must quiz him on some of the more details of the Gadis because he's really spent time with them and it's quite interesting the life they lead.
Very good evening to all. Firstly, I would like to thank the Himalayan Club for giving a novice trekker like me a wonderful opportunity to speak on few of my treks. I am really thankful to Maninder Kohli sir and Satya Bata sir who have guided me during my treks. So, and I am also thankful to all the guests who are present here for this talk. So beginning my talk, firstly I would like to give you some brief info on the Dhauladhar range. The Dhauladhar range, also known as the outer Himalayas or the lesser Himalayas, it is the outer Himalaya. The mean elevation of this range is from 3,500 meters above sea level to about 5,500 meters above sea level. It is also called as the snowy white range. Dhauladhar range rises from Denku near Dalhousie, where its elevation is about 7,500 meters. The Dhauladhar Bada Bengal range, which is essentially an extension of Dhauladhar range, marks the other end of this range on Kulu side. The Dhauladhar range is watershed of Kangra, of Byas and Ravi rivers. It acts as a barrier primarily separating Kangra Valley from Chamba Valley. This range can be seen in its full grandeur in Kangra district where it is rising vertically from the valley floor. The inhabitants of this range are the Gadi shepherds who live on either side of this range. This is Dhauladhar range as you can see from Dharamshala. Here it is seen rising majestically from the valley floor. Seen in this picture is the Bhimsutri pass of Dhauladhar. It is one of the difficult passes of Dhauladhar range. This is Moon Peak. This is one of the most prominent features which one can see from Dharamshala. This peak is around 4,700 meters in altitude. This peak, Dhauladhar Matterhorn Peak, this is the highest peak of Dhauladhar in Dharamshala area and its altitude is somewhere around 4,900 meters. This lantern peak located in the Bada Bengal area. In this section, Bada Bengal section, Dhauladhar range gains altitude. The peaks here soar above 5,000 meters and this peak happens to be over 5,000 meters high. The passes, there are well over 35 passes which connect Dhauladhar with connect Dhauladhar. There are the passes, these 4 passes mentioned, they are only connecting Chamba district. Like Bhadyat Valley of Chamba is connected to Ravi Valley by these passes. These passes, these are connecting Kangra Valley with Chamba Valley and these are the difficult passes in this range. Just giving you an overview or map of this range. So this is primarily the Dharamshala section of Dhauladhar. This Gaj Pass, this is frequently used pass to visit the sacred lake, Lamdal Lake in Dharamshala region. There are few prominent peaks marked on this map: the Collins Peak, Promontory Peak, Tugan Peak, the Moon Peak, which I showed you in the picture, Christmas Peak, Toral Peak, the Dhauladhar Matterhorn Peak, which I showed, and a few passes. Indrahara, the most used pass, the other lesser used passes like Toral Pass and Talan Pass. So coming to the lakes, Dhauladhar range. The Dhauladhar range has about 20 lakes, and they are situated very high, about 4,000 meters high. The lake shown in this picture is Lake Lamdal, and it is about 1.5 kilometers in length. This high lake is accessible over some of the high and difficult passes of Dhauladhar like Bhimgasutri, Indrahara, and Gaj Pass. Seen in this picture, below you can see the Lamdal lake, which I showed you before, and there is another lake called Chandakoop Dal, which is situated at a distance about 2 kilometers above Lamdal. This lake is again accessible over those high passes. This is the Lake Nagdal. This is situated beyond Indrahara Pass, and this lake is around 4,300 meters in altitude. This lake is held very sacred by the local people who take a dip here during the month of August.